Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Before continuing, please review the legal disclaimer provided in the comments section of this video, and make sure to see the video till the end to get a full understanding of how it all works. On this channel, we share practical guidance on visa processes, immigration pathways, investment and citizenship options, and related topics to help you make informed decisions. If you're unsure about your visa options or planning your next step, consider subscribing and enabling notifications so you stay updated with the latest developments. Today's video is extremely important for anyone planning to travel internationally through Doha, Qatar. Because every single year, thousands of travelers face denied boarding, missed connections, immigration confusion, baggage issues, and unexpected transit problems simply because they misunderstood how Qatar transit rules actually work. And here is the surprising part. Most travelers assume that if they are only stopping in Doha for a few hours between flights, they automatically do not need any visa or permission at all. But in reality, the situation is far more structured than that. Because in Qatar transit travel, everything depends on one key factor: whether you remain inside the airport transit zone or whether you enter Qatar officially through immigration. And that single decision changes everything about your journey. So in today's complete guide, we are going to break down everything you need to know about the transit visa application process for Doha, Qatar, from the perspective of any traveler anywhere in the world. We will cover who needs a transit visa, who does not, how transit really works, how baggage rules affect your visa requirements, when you can leave the airport, when you cannot, and how travelers accidentally get into trouble even with short layovers. So, stay with me until the end, because the most important clarity comes later in the video. Now let's begin. Doha is home to one of the most advanced and fastest-growing aviation hubs in the world. Hamad International Airport connects passengers from Asia, Europe, Africa, the Middle East, and the Americas. Millions of travelers pass through this airport every year. And because of that, the transit system is designed to handle massive global movement efficiently. But there are two completely different transit situations, and this is where most confusion begins. The first is airside transit, the second is landside transit. Airside transit means you remain inside the secure international transit zone of the airport. You do not pass through immigration. You do not officially enter Qatar. You simply stay inside the airport while waiting for your next flight. In this case, most travelers do not need any visa at all because they never formally enter the country. This is the simplest and most common type of transit in Doha. But now comes the important contrast. Landside transit means you pass through immigration and officially enter Qatar during your layover. And this can happen in several real situations. For example, if you want to leave the airport and explore Doha, if you need to collect baggage and recheck it, if your flights are booked separately, if you are changing airlines that do not transfer luggage automatically, or if you have a long overnight layover and want to stay in a hotel outside the airport. The moment you pass immigration, you are officially entering Qatar, and that is where visa rules become important. Now here is one of the biggest misunderstandings travelers have. Many people believe that short layovers automatically mean no visa is required. But that is not always true. Because even a short layover can require you to enter Qatar depending on baggage handling, airline procedures, and booking structure. Now let's talk about one of the most important hidden risks in transit travel: separate tickets. This is where many travelers face unexpected problems. Imagine you book one flight into Doha and another separate flight leaving Doha. If those flights are not connected under one booking, you may need to collect your baggage and check in again. And that often requires passing through immigration. And once you pass immigration, your visa requirements change completely. This is one of the most common reasons travelers get confused or even denied boarding. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful travel opportunities, the Qatar Transit Stopover System. Qatar has designed a structured transit experience that allows eligible passengers to turn a layover into a short stay in the country. This can range from a few hours to up to several days depending on eligibility and airline arrangements. And this is why Doha is becoming one of the most popular stopover destinations in the world, because instead of sitting in an airport for hours, travelers can actually explore a modern, futuristic city. Now let's talk about what makes Doha special. If you exit the airport during transit, you step into a city that feels extremely modern and highly organized. You will find futuristic architecture, luxury shopping districts, desert landscapes, cultural landmarks, waterfront promenades, and world-class dining experiences. And for many travelers, even a short stopover becomes a memorable travel experience, but only if the visa and entry requirements are handled correctly. Now, let's go step by step through how the transit system actually works. First, you must understand your transit structure. Ask yourself simple questions. Will I stay inside the airport or leave it? Do I need to collect baggage or not? Are my flights under one booking or separate bookings? Do I have an overnight layover? Will I pass through immigration? These answers determine everything. Second, you must understand whether you actually need a transit visa. Many travelers do not need one at all if they remain inside the airport. Some travelers can enter without a visa depending on nationality. Some travelers may qualify for short-term stopover entry permission, and others may require a formal visa application. There is no single rule that applies to everyone. Third, passport validity is extremely important. If your passport is close to expiry, airlines may refuse boarding before you even reach Doha. Most international travel requires sufficient passport validity beyond your travel dates. Now, fourth, document preparation is critical. You must always have a valid passport, confirmed onward flight ticket, destination country entry documents if required, hotel booking if staying outside the airport, and proof of onward travel intention. Now, fifth, if you are applying for entry permission, accuracy is everything. Even a small mistake in your application, such as incorrect passport details or mismatched travel dates, can lead to delays or rejection. Now, let's talk about airline control. Before you even reach Doha, airline staff may check your documents at departure. If they believe your transit documents are insufficient, they can stop you from boarding immediately. This happens more often than most travelers realize. Now let's talk about airport experience in Doha. Hamad International Airport is one of the most luxurious airports in the world. Even if you remain inside the transit area, you can access lounges, restaurants, shopping zones, relaxation areas, art installations, sleeping pods, and quiet zones. So even long layovers can be very comfortable. Now let's talk about one of the most exciting travel strategies, long layovers in Doha. Many travelers intentionally choose longer connections to explore the city, and when properly planned, this can turn a simple transit into a mini vacation. You can experience modern city life, desert tours, cultural sites, and luxury hospitality all within a short time frame. But timing is extremely important. You must always allow enough time for immigration, baggage handling, traffic, and return to the airport. Now let's talk about common mistakes travelers make. One of the biggest mistakes is assuming no visa is required without checking details. Another mistake is booking separate tickets without understanding baggage rules. Another mistake is ignoring overnight layover requirements. Another mistake is relying on outdated or incorrect advice. And another major mistake is applying too late. Now let's talk about printed documents. Always carry printed copies of your passport details, flight tickets, bookings, and travel confirmations, because technology can fail. Phones can die, internet can disappear, and printed documents can save you during unexpected situations. Now let's talk about travel insurance. Even if not required, it is strongly recommended because flight delays, missed connections, baggage loss, and emergencies can happen anywhere in the world, and international travel disruptions can become expensive very quickly. Now here is one final truth every traveler must understand. Transit rules are not fixed forever. They can change based on nationality, airline policies, and immigration updates. That is why checking everything before travel is absolutely essential. Now let's summarize everything. First, understand your transit type. Second, know whether you are staying inside the airport or entering Qatar. Third, check your eligibility based on nationality and travel structure. Fourth, prepare all documents carefully. Fifth, apply early if required. Sixth, understand baggage and airline transfer rules. And finally, always plan conservatively instead of assuming everything will be simple, because transit mistakes can become expensive and stressful very quickly. But when done correctly, Doha transit travel can be smooth, luxurious, and even one of the most enjoyable parts of your journey. We can help you to get the entire process done correctly and make your dream trip to any destination in the world easier than you think. Make sure to get in touch with us on our WhatsApp mobile numbers, no matter which part of the world you are in, and do subscribe. Like and share our channel to get many more interesting updates. Thank you for watching and have a safe journey. Get in touch with us now on +64 221 786 007 or +91 73786 00791.